Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Power Plant Engineering. In this lecture, we will discuss about MHD generator, that is magneto-hydrodynamic generator. Let's start with the introduction part of MHD generation. Magneto-hydrodynamic, as name implies, it concern with the flow of conducting fluid in the presence of magnetic and electric field. The fluid may be gas at elevated temperature or liquid like sodium or potassium. MHD generator is a device which converts heat energy of fuel directly into electrical energy without a conventional electrical generator. MHD converter system is a heat engine whose efficiency, like all heat engine, is increased by supplying a heat at the highest practical temperature and rejecting it at lowest practical temperature. MHD generation looks the most promising of the direct conversion technique for a large scale production of electrical power. Let us see the working principle of MHD generator. The working principle of MHD generator is based on Faraday's law. It states that when a conductor is moved in a magnetic field, an EMF, that is electromagnetic force, is induced in the conductor. In an magneto-hydrodynamic system, hot gases act as the conductor. When gases are heated to a sufficient temperature by burning of fuel, one or more of the valence electrons are displaced from their orbit in which they are spinning. Thus, the natural atoms are split into the positive and negative ions. These ions are the electrical conductors. After that, ionized gases are moved in a duct known as MHD duct at a very high velocity. This movement of gas ion in the MHD duct, in which strong magnetic field is applied, leads to the electromagnetic induction, and as a result EMF is induced in the pair of electrodes. The electrodes are connected to the external circuit and they deliver current to the external circuit or the load. Let us see the schematic diagram of MHD generator. The major component of MHD generator are combustion chamber, nozzle which consists conversion nozzle as well as diversion nozzle, MHD topping unit which consists electrodes and the magnets, heat recovery unit, seed recovery unit, as well the inverter which will convert generated DC into AC output power. Let us see how this MHD generator works. In the combustion chamber, the fuel is heated at a sufficient temperature by burning a fuel. In this, the valence electrons are displaced from their orbit in which they are spinning. So they are splitted into positive and negative ions. After that, these ionized gases are directed towards MHD topping unit through the nozzle. It consists conversion nozzle as well as diversion nozzle. Conversion nozzle increases the velocity of the ionized gases, as well the diversion nozzle direct the ionized gases towards the MHD duct. The movement of gas ions in the MHD duct, in which a strong magnetic field is created with the help of magnets, leads to create a electromagnetic induction. Because of this, EMF is induced in the pair of electrodes, and this pair of electrodes are connected to the external circuit or load through the inverter. The power generated with the help of MHD generator is of DC type. To convert it into AC, inverter is used. After getting generation from the MHD topping unit or MHD generator. The ionized gases are passed through the heat recovery unit. In this, the heat of the hot ionized gases is been recovered and is been fed back to the air, which is going to introduced into the combustion chamber. Then after seed recovery is been done and which has been fed to the conversion nozzle for the further generation of electrical power, and remaining part, which is a not useful part of the ionized gases, which are the toxic gases, those are removed before to send it into the environment with help of this removal unit, and remaining part of the ionized gases are sent into the environment. Let us see the classification of MHD power generation systems. It is classified into two categories or two types. One is open cycle MHD system and other is closed cycle MHD system. Let's see first open cycle MHD system. The schematic shows an open cycle MHD systems. Here fuel such as oil, coal or natural gas is burned into the combustion chamber. As well, air required for the combustion is supplied from the air preheater. The hot gases produced by the combustion chamber are then seeded with a small amount of an ionized alkali metal to increase the electrical conductivity of the gases. The ionization of potassium, generally potassium carbonate, is used as a seed material, takes place due to the gases produced at the temperature of about 2300 to 2700 degrees Celsius by the combustion. The hot pressurized working fluid so produced leaves the combustion chamber and passes through the conversion and diversion nozzle. The gases combined or coming out of nozzle at very high velocity then enter the MHD generator. The expansion of the hot gases takes place in the generator surrounded by a powerful magnets. The MHD generator produces direct current. By using an inverter, this direct current can be converted into alternating current. A second type of MHD generation system is nothing but a closed cycle MHD system. A liquid metal closed cycle system is as shown in the schematic diagram. A liquid metal, that is potassium, is used as a working fluid in the system. The liquid potassium, after being heated in a breeder reactor, is passed through the nozzle where its velocity is increased. The vapor formed due to the nozzle action are separated in the separator and condensed and then pumped back to the reactor as shown in the schematic diagram. Then the liquid metal with high velocity is passed through the MHD generator to produce a DC power. The liquid potassium coming out of MHD generator is passed through the heat exchanger to use its remaining heat to run the turbine and then pumped back to the reactor. Let us see the differences in between open cycle MHD system and closed cycle MHD systems. In case of open cycle system, working fluid after generating electrical energy, it is discharged to an atmosphere through a stack. In case of closed cycle system, working fluid is recycled to heat source and thus it is used again and again. The operating temperature required in case of open cycle system is around 2300 degrees Celsius to 2700 degrees Celsius. In case of closed cycle system, it is less, about 530 degrees Celsius. The open cycle system is more developed system as compared to the closed cycle system. Let us see the properties of working fluid which is used in the MHD generator. First, it should be capable of providing heat transfer under reactor working conditions. It should not require excessive compressor work, and it should not be rendered active within the reactor. So almost all the properties mentioned in this slide is been fulfilled by a material, helium. The working fluid used in an open cycle system is air, whereas helium or argon is used in the closed cycle systems. Moving towards the advantages, disadvantages and applications of MHD generation system. Let's first see the advantages of MHD generation. MHD generators convert heat or thermal energy directly into electrical energy. It has no moving parts, so mechanical losses would be minimal. Highly efficient, has higher operational efficiency more than a conventional generators. Therefore, the overall cost of the MHD plant is less as compared to the conventional steam plants. Its operational and maintenance costs are very less. It works on any type of fuel and has a better fuel utilization. Talking about disadvantages or demerits of MHD generation, it aids in the high amount of losses that include fluid friction and heat transfer losses. It needs large magnets, leading to higher costs in implementing MHD generators. High operating temperatures in the range of 200 degree Kelvin to 2400 degree Kelvin will corrode the components early, that is sooner. Let's see the applications of MHD generator. MHD generators are used for driving submarines, aircrafts, hypersonic wind tunnel experiments, defense applications, and so on. They are used as an uninterrupted power supply system and as a power plants in industries as well. They can be used to generate electrical power for domestic applications as well. This is all about the magneto-hydrodynamic power generation. Thank you. Let us discuss one more type of energy source, which is a biomass. All organic matter is known as biomass, and the energy released from the biomass when it is eaten, burnt, or converted into fuels is called biomass energy. Biomass provides a clean, renewable energy source that could be dramatically improves our environment, economy, and energy security. Biomass energy generates for less air emission than fossil fuels. Unlike combustions of fossil fuels, which release carbon, that is carbon dioxide, captured by the photosynthesis billions of years ago, carbon dioxide released by the biomass is balanced by the carbon dioxide captured in the recent growth of the biomass. So there is far less net impact on greenhouse gas levels. Now let's see the sources of biomass. There are different sources of biomass, which includes wood from natural forest and woodlands, forestry plantation, forestry residue, agricultural residue such as straw, straw, trash and green agricultural waste, agro-industrial waste such as sugarcane bagasse and rice husk, animal waste, industrial waste such as block liquor from paper manufacturing, sewage, municipal solid waste, food processing waste, etc. Let us see some energy conversion technologies of biomass. Biomass material from a variety of sources can be utilized optimally by adopting efficient and state-of-the-art conversion technologies, which includes densification of biomass, combustion and initiation, thermochemical conversion, and biochemical conversion. In densification, bulky biomass is reduced to a better volume to weight ratio by compressing in a diet at high temperature and pressure. It is shaped into barricades or pellets to make more compact source of energy for easy to transport and store than the natural biomass. Pellets and barricades can be used as a clean fuel in domestic chulas, bakeries and hotels. Next is the combustion. It is the most common process adopted for the utilizing biomass energy. It is burned to produce heat utilized for cooking, space heating, industrial processes and for electricity generation. This utilization method is very efficient with heat transfer losses of 30 to 90% of the original energy contained in the biomass. The biomass problem is addressed through the use of more efficient cook stove for burning solid fuels. Incineration is the process of burning completely the solid biomass to ashes by high temperature oxidation. The terms incineration and combustion are synonymous, but the process of combustion is applicable to all fuels, that is solid, liquid and gases, whereas incineration is a special process where the dry municipal solid waste, that is MSW, is incinerated to reduce the volume of the solid refuse, that is 90%, and to produce heat, steam and electricity. Waste incineration plants are installed in the large cities to dispose of urban refuse and generate energy. It constitutes a furnace which adequately supply of air to ensure complete combustion up to a capacity of 1000 tons per day. Then in the thermochemical conversion, the decomposition of biomass at various combinations of pressure and temperature to obtain biofuel in the solid, liquid and gaseous forms, and the process is referred respectively as gasification, liquefaction and pyrolysis. Let us see how electrical energy is produced with the help of biomass. Generating plant fueled by biomass uses conventional steam turbine electricity generation plant as used in the coal-fired power stations with the modifications to the combustion chamber and fuel handling system to handle the bulky fuel. In this, biomass is being supplied to the combustion chamber and the heat generated from the combustion is being fed to the boiler where the steam is produced. This produced steam at high temperature and high pressure is then supplied to the steam turbine. Steam turbine will rotate, and as it is mechanically coupled with the synchronous generator, the rotor of the generator will rotate and electricity is produced. It is almost as same as the thermal power station. Only the difference is the fuel used in the power plant, which is been run by the biomass, is the fuel biomass is used instead of coal. So this is all about different renewable energy sources from which electricity is generated. And nowadays, every country is focusing towards use of renewable energy sources. Next lecture onwards, we will start to discuss the thermal power station in detail. For updates for the course Power Plant Engineering, please subscribe the channel.